wanna take the oil.
Man.
Shut the fuck up and pass the lighter.
Summer of 8, I'm driving through the middle of the desert heat. The AC was broken, sweat pooling right at our feet. Marcus was driving that beat up, rusty silver Accord. We was broke as a joke, completely and utterly bored. Suddenly the engine started violently shaking the frame. The dashboard lit up like a crazy colorful arcade game. We pulled to the shoulder, steam hissing out of the hood. We was stuck in the middle of nowhere, far from the neighborhood. Sitting on the roof of the broken Honda in the sun. We didn't have a single dollar, but we had a lot of fun. Smoking a crumble joint while we waited for the tow. Watching the tumbleweeds and the desert wind slowly blow. No cell service at all, we couldn't even make a call. We were sitting in the dirt, leaning up against the canyon wall. I pulled out and squished a blunt from the bottom of my bag. We was passing it around, taking the desperate, beautiful drag. Marcus was pursing, kicking the tires with his dusty shoe. I started laughing so hard my face was turning completely blue. We drank the last warm water from a plastic dented cup, just waiting for a random friendly stranger to eventually pull up. The broken Honda in the sun. We didn't have a single dollar, but we had a lot of fun. Smoking a crumble joint while we waited for the tow. Watching the tumbleweed and the desert wind slowly blow.
The tow truck cost us everything we had worth of though.
4 hours later, a rusty pickup finally arrived. We cheered like we miraculously, incredibly survived. We rode in the back of the truck, watching the sunset glow. We didn't have a single idea where we was actually gonna go. I look back at that memory whenever I'm feeling stressed, realizing that the hardest moments are usually the best. I take a drag of the loud, sitting in my brand new ride, but I'll never forget that Honda and the feeling of foolish pride.
Smell like cut grass?
We finally did it.
Yeah. Sitting on the wooden steps, looking at the bright green lawn. I remember back when we was waking up before the dawn. Tired. 4 people crammed inside a 2-bedroom apartment space. Now I'm drinking coffee with a permanent smile on my face. Blessed. I watched the neighbor walking his dog down a quiet street. The morning sun is radiating a comfortable, gentle heat. I roll up a morning paper, spark it with a wooden match, flicking about the crazy milestones I finally managed to catch. Front porch kingdom, I'm the ruler of the quiet block. I ain't paying no attention to the ticking of the clock. We traded all the concrete for a little bit of green. The most beautiful, peaceful morning that I've ever seen. My mama called me yesterday, crying tears of actual joy. She couldn't believe the house was purchased by her baby boys. I take a slow drag, letting the herbal flavor hit my tongue. I'm feeling incredibly wise, but beautifully freely young. A couple kids ride past on bicycles, laughing loud. I'm blowing the Sarah, the sorry, thick and happy cloud. No sirens in the distance, no yelling through the paper walls. Just the sound of the wind and the distant morning calls. Front porch kingdom, I'm the ruler of the quiet block. I ain't paying no attention to the ticking of the clock. We traded all the concrete for a little bit of breeze. The most beautiful, peaceful morning that I've ever seen. Take a second to look around, don't rush this. The mailman drops the letters right inside the metal box. I'm wearing a fresh white tee and comfortable cotton socks. I ash in the flower pot, smiling at the blooming rose. I survived the hardest chapters that the universe ultimately chose. The smoke drifts up into the flawless, perfect California blue. I'm separating the bullshit from everything that is true. I crush out the cherry, stand up and stretch my tired spine. For the first time in a decade, everything is fucking fine. Man, who the fuck wrote this manual? Sitting cross-legged on the living room floor. Got cardboard and styrofoam blocking the door. I've been staring at this diagram since 10:30, taking apart this wooden shelf and building it again. Damn. My thumb is blistered from the tiny Allen wrench, feeling like a mechanic sitting on a penalty bench. I got one wooden peg left, looking for the hole. This cheap particle board is taking a heavy toll. Just a pile of wood and a missing screw. Looking at the ceiling, like, what do I do? I'm packing up the bowl just to clear my sight. Losing my patience in the middle of the night. I throw the manual across the room, it hits the TV stand. I wipe the sawdust and the sweat right off my hand. I grab my grinder from the coffee table, twist it up tight. I need a heavy herbal break to get my head right. I strike the lighter, watch the cherry catch the green, surveying the chaotic, messy furniture scene. The smoke rolls out, making the Swedish letters blur. I'm cursing at the carpenter, whoever they were. Fuck 'em. Just a pile of wood and a missing screw. Looking at the ceiling like, what do I do? I'm packing up the bowl just to clear my sight. Losing my patience in the middle of the night. You know what? It stands up straight. It doesn't even wobble. Yeah. I take a massive drag, put the Allen wrench away. I'm calling it a victory and calling it a day. There's a leftover plank sitting right by my shoe, but the cabinet is standing, so I guess it'll do. Close enough. I set my ashtray on the top to test the actual weight. I'm accepting my imperfect wobbly furniture fate. I order up a pizza, grab a blanket for the chill. Sometimes you gotta compromise and swallow the pill.
Sitting in the whip, the windows rolled up entirely tight. I'm claiming the shadows of the freezing lonely night. I pass the heavy cone right over to the passenger side. We enjoying the stationary peaceful midnight ride. A piece of the cherry snaps falling right onto the seat. It burns through the fabric, releasing a tiny heat. We brush it off quick, laughing at the stupid mistake. I'm taking a massive, necessary psychological break. Burn holes in the passenger seat of the ride. We got absolutely nowhere in the city to ride. The thick cloud rising up, blocking out the winter cold. I'm feeling incredibly young, but spiritually old. The upholstery is ruined, but I really don't even care. It adds a little character to the comfortable faded chair. We puffin' the absolute loudest top tier exotic green. I'm the calmest motherfucker that you've ever fucking seen. The dashboard glowing, throwing shadows on the roof. I'm searching the silence for a little bit of proof that everything is gonna be exactly how it should. I wouldn't change this quiet isolation if I could. Burn holes in the passenger seat of the ride. We got absolutely nowhere in the city to hide. The thick cloud rising up, blocking out the winter cold. I'm feeling incredibly young, but spiritually old. The joint, crushing the roach in the plastic tray. I'm pushing the reality of the morning entirely away. Push it. I run my finger over the fresh little burn mark hole. A permanent tattoo on the vehicle's quiet soul. We crack the windows down, letting the freezing breeze inside. I'm incredibly grateful for the solitary ride. The burn holes tell the story of the nights we stayed awake. Survive in the chaos, whatever the fuck it takes.
Let me get a stack of pancakes and coffee. Yeah. 2 a.m. cravings, I pull into down a parking lot, taking advantage of the tiny random moments I got. The bell on the door chimes, cutting through the greasy air. I slide in the booth with a torn up sticky vinyl chair. A waitress named Flo walks over, holding the coffee pot. She looks like she's giving this job every single thing she's got. I order a stack of pancakes, drowning them in the sweet syrup. The sugary smell mixing perfectly with my herbal hiccup. Sticky tables and the smell of coffee in the night. I'm taking a break from the complicated daily fight. Pancake syrup dripping down the side of the ceramic plate. I'm leaving my worries entirely to the hands of fate. There's a couple of truckers sitting quiet at the counter stools. We all just a bunch of insomniacs, wandering midnight fools. The jukebox playing a classic track from the 73s. I'm finding a weird, specific kind of emotional Louise. I finished the meal, leaving a 20 on a $5 bill. Keep it. Flo gives me a tired smile, standing by the register till I
Push the heavy glass door, stepping back into the chill. The streets are completely abandoned and beautifully still. Quiet. Sticky tables and the smell of coffee in the night. I'm taking a break from the complicated daily fight. Pancake syrup dripping down the side of the ceramic plate. I'm leaving my worries entirely to the hands of fate. Sometimes you just need to go somewhere. Doesn't matter where. I lean on the hood of the car, parked under the yellow light. Pull out a pre-rolled cone to finish the quiet night. The cherry glows bright, reflecting off the diner glass. I'm watching the final hours of the dark incredibly pass. My stomach is full, my mind is completely wiped clean. I'm the only actor remaining in this cinematic scene. I toss the tiny roach right onto the asphalt ground. I open the car door, completely surrounded by the sound of absolutely nothing at all, just the freezing night air. I'm finally free of the heavy, suffocating despair. Dust floating in the air, the apartment completely bare. I'm looking at the spaces where we used to put the chairs. Stack of cardboard boxes sitting heavy by the door. I ain't sweeping the dirt off this hardwood anymore. I found an old sweater that you left behind the bed. I'm burying the careless, stupid shit that we ever said. I fold it up neat, throw it in the donation bin. I'm finally comfortable in my own fucking skin. Cardboard boxes packed with the memories we made. Watching the history and the old illusions fade. I'm locking the door, handing the heavy metal keys. Finding my comfort in the unpredictable breeze. Yeah. The landlord knocking, asking if I need another hour. I'm completely stripped of my artificial youthful power. I carried the heaviest box down the narrow creaky stairs. I'm leaving behind the arguments and the toxic glares. I throw it in the trunk, close the heavy metal gate. I'm leaving my future entirely to the hands of fate. No forwarding address, no message left on the phone. I'm learning to navigate this massive world alone. Cardboard boxes packed with the memories we made. Watching the history and the old illusions fade. I'm locking the door, handing the heavy metal key. Finding my comfort in the unpredictable breeze. Turn the engine on, looking at the empty street. I'm resting my tired, wander victorious feet. The neighborhood is sleeping, the morning is totally still. I'm driving away from the house up on the quiet hill. I roll the window down, breathe the freezing pristine air. I'm stepping completely out of the miserable dark despair. The cardboard boxes rattle in the back of the ride. I got absolutely nothing in the universe to hide. Cardboard boxes packed with the memories we made. Watching the history and the old illusions fade. I'm locking the door, handing the heavy metal key. Finding my comfort in the unpredictable breeze.
Fluorescent lights reflecting on the polished marble floor. I'm sitting at the gate number 24. The terminal is empty, a massive and hollow hall. I'm waiting for the heavy emotional walls to fall. My ticket is a one-way, printed on a piece of white. I'm escaping the city in the middle of the night. No luggage in my hand, just a backpack and a coat. I'm a solitary sailor in a flying metal boat.
Empty terminal, waiting for the final call. I'm wiping away the writing on the psychological wall. I don't know the destination, I don't give a fuck. I'm trading my history for a little bit of luck.
I look out the massive window at the glowing runway strip. I'm taking a permanent, unpredictable, lonely trip. A jet engine roars, tearing right through the silent dark. I'm leaving a private, invisible, beautiful mark. My phone is turned off, resting deep inside my jeans. I'm erasing my presence from the digital modern scenes. I watch a solitary janitor sweeping up the tile. I haven't felt this peaceful in a very fucking long while.
Terminal, waiting for the final call. I'm wiping away the writing on the psychological wall. I don't know the destination, I don't give a fuck. Trading my history for a little bit of luck.
Calls the final boarding group. I'm stepping right out of the repetitive toxic loop. I hand her the paper, she scans it with a sudden beep. I'm putting my active, anxious, paranoid demons to sleep. I walk down the tunnel, stepping onto the quiet plane. I'm washing away the residue of the quiet pain. The empty terminal phase completely out of sight. I'm vanishing beautifully into the endless night.
Don't wake her up. You just watch. Yeah. 3 in the morning, the rain is tapping against the glass. I'm letting the quiet, beautiful, intimate hours pass. You laying asleep on your side, wrapped in a heavy sheet. I'm sitting on the edge of the mattress, staring down at my feet. We used to be toxic, screaming until our throats were red. I used to sleep on the sofa instead of the actual bed. Damn, but we put in the work, we swallowed our stubborn, stupid pride. We killed all the ugly, jealous demons that lived inside.
Quiet breathing, filling up the shadows of the room. We planted a seed in the dirt and finally watched it bloom. I'm smoking a silent one, looking at your peaceful face. I finally found my permanent, comfortable, loving place.
Yeah. The moonlight cuts through the blinds, hitting your tangled hair. I'm breathing the heavy, herbal, incredibly calming air. I'm careful not to make a sound, I don't wanna break the spell. We walked through the absolute hottest, miserable fires of hell. But now it's just peace, a heavy and comfortable trust. We polished the metal and scraped away the emotional rust. I watch your chest rise and fall in the perfect steady rhythm. I'm letting go of my cynical, defensive built up schism. Let it go.
Quiet breathing, feelings up the shadows of the room. We planted a seed in the dirt and finally watched it bloom. I'm smoking a silent one, looking at your peaceful face. I finally found my permanent, comfortable, loving place.
the amber, making sure the cherry is fully dead. I carefully pull the blanket up over your resting head. I slide back under the covers, wrapping my arm around your waist. I'm moving at a slow, deliberate, intentional pace. You mumble a word in your sleep, leaning into my chest. I'm giving my overactive, paranoid, anxious mind a rest. The rain keeps washing the windows, a lullaby for the soul. I'm incredibly grateful we managed to make each other whole.
Sorting through the laundry pile, separating the darks. I'm checking all the pockets for the lighters and the sparks. I grabbed my old denim jacket from the bottom of the heap, the one I wore for 3 years and promised I would keep. I reach into the inside pocket, feel a piece of paper smelling like old cologne and a heavy herbal vapor. I pull it out, a concert ticket from 2009, back when we was drinking cheap liquor and terrible wine. Shit was all
faded ink on a little piece of yellow card, taking me back to the nights when we was going hard. We didn't have a plan, we just followed the smoke, living like kings when we was entirely broke.
I remember driving my Corolla up the interstate. We was pushing 90 just to make sure we wasn't late. Tommy spilled his soda right all over the dash. I was busy in the passenger seat, rolling the stash. We ran out of gas 2 miles from the actual gate, sitting on the highway barrier accepting our fate. But we laughed so hard my ribs were starting to ache. We was making every single stupid rookie mistake.
Faded ink on a little piece of yellow card, taking me back to the nights when we was going hard. We didn't have a plan, we just followed the smoke, living like kings when we was entirely broke.
Never even made it inside the venue, best night of my life though.
I smile at the memory, holding the stub in my hand, a tiny little relic from a promise, golden landing. I take a slow drag off the joint sitting in my lip. I'm enjoying the sudden unexpected mental trip. I toss the denim jacket right into the washing drum, but I keep the yellow ticket, holding it under my thumb. I slide it in my wallet, shut the laundry machine door. Some pieces of the past are worth keeping around for. Faded ink on a little piece of yellow card, taking me back to the nights when we was going hard. We didn't have a plan, we just followed the smoke, living like kings when we was entirely broke.
Standing on the corner in the freezing pouring rain, water dripping down the dirty cracked window pane. I got a pocket full of quarters, staring at the phone, realizing that I'm actually better off alone. I dial the first 3 numbers, then I stop and freeze.
I'm begging the universe to cure this damn disease. You played a wicked game completely, left me in the dark. I'm walking away and leaving absolutely zero mark. Broken payphone hanging off the metal wire. I'm walking away from a massive toxic fire. I ain't making a call, I ain't crawling back tonight. I'm disappearing safely into the neon light. Broken payphone hanging off the metal wire. I'm walking away from a massive toxic fire. I ain't making a call, I ain't crawling back tonight. I'm disappearing safely into the neon light. I dropped the receiver, let it swing against the wall. I ain't waiting for the heavy emotional sky to fall. I put my collar up, block the bitter winter chill. I'm paying the final psychological heavy bill. A taxi splashes water right across my dirty shoe. I'm totally finished with the bullshit and the blues. I'm walking down the avenue, completely off the map, escaping the borders of your manipulative trap. Broken payphone hanging off the metal wire. I'm walking away from a massive toxic fire. I ain't making a call, I ain't crawling back tonight. I'm disappearing safely into the neon light. Broken payphone hanging off the metal wire. I'm walking away from a massive toxic fire. I ain't making the call, I ain't crawling back tonight. I'm disappearing safely into the neon light. Flicker casting shadows on the wet concrete. I'm finding my victory right inside of the defeat. I check my own reflection in a dark store glass. I'm letting this miserable, pathetic chapter pass. I throw the leftover quarter straight into the drain. I'm washing my hands of the artificial stupid pain. The broken payphone fades exactly into the black. Yeah, I'm moving forward and I'm never fucking looking back. Ooh.
I'm sitting in the drive-thru line at the fast food spot, taking advantage of the insomniac moments I got. There's a beaten up Chevy sitting right in front of my hood. The driver is yelling on his phone, it ain't looking good. He's slamming his hand on the steering wheel in a crazy fit. I'm watching his breakdown, minding my own fucking shit. I crack my window, light up the paper to ease the mood, waiting for my order, a terrible greasy late night food. Red tail lights glowing in the pouring rain. Everybody out carrying a different pain. I'm blowing my smoke right into the glowing dash, watching the strangers holding on to their fragile trash. He pulls up to the window to pay for his paper sack. He reaches in his pocket, digging into the very back. He hands the cashier a card, she swipes it and shakes her head. I can see his shoulders dropping heavy like a piece of lead. He tries another card, but the machine is flashing red. Whatever is happening to him is hanging by a thread. Damn, he looks at the rearview mirror, making eye contact with me. I'm puffing the herbal smoke, sipping my iced tea. Red taillights glowing in the pouring rain. Everybody out here carrying a different pain. I'm blowing my smoke right into the glowing dash, watching the strangers holding on to their fragile trash. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When nothing works out, he starts to put the car in drive, leaving the fool behind. I honk my horn once, stepping out of my quiet mind. I pull up to the speaker, hand the girl a $20 bill. I tell her to pay for his meal and to keep the change in the till. She hands him the paper bag, he looks back completely confused. I just give him a quiet nod, feeling a little amused. He drives off into the fog, eating his fries in the dark. I take my order, leaving a quiet, invisible mark.
Sitting at the kiddo.
Sitting at the kitchen island, staring at the back and aft. I've been caught for 5 years and I've been finding it so trapped. Working double shifts, skipping dinners with the crew, eating instant ramen just to do what I gotta do. I type in the final amount, hit the button for submit. My stomach doing backflips, feeling like a nervous fit. The screen refreshes slowly, reloading circle spins. I'm watching the exact moment my actual life begins. Finally, zero balance on the screen, a beautiful sight. I'm stepping out the heavy shadow into the light. The weight is off my shoulders, the chain is unhooked. I'm closing up the pages of this miserable book. I lock the phone, throw it right onto the empty couch. I'm fixing up my posture, losing the permanent slouch. I walk out to the balcony, the sun is hitting my face. I'm looking at the neighborhood from a totally different place. I grab the premium jar I've been saving for a month. I break down the green, rolling up a massive heavy blunt. I strike the match, watching the orange flame ignite. I'm burning up the history of every sleepless night. Burn it. Zero balance on the screen, a beautiful sight. Zero balance. I'm stepping out the heavy shadow into the light. The weight is off my shoulders, the chain is unhooked. I'm closing up the pages of this miserable book. I don't owe nobody shit, my time is mine now. The smoke hits my lungs, tasting like absolute gold. I'm feeling like the richest motherfucker to ever grow old. I watch a couple birds flying right over the power lines. I'm reading all the positive, beautiful daily signs. Tonight I'm ordering the steak, medium rare with the fries. No checking the price tag, no uncomfortable size. I crush out the cherry, smiling wide at the empty street. I'm walking back inside on my victorious, debt-free feet. Jazzy, Saddle.
Yeah. Hey, hey, hey.
Let a park right on the avenue, engine turned completely off. A dude in the business suit runs by with a heavy car. He drops his leather briefcase, paper spilling on the west street. I'm watching the corporate panic from a comfortable driver's seat. A lady screaming on her phone, holding an overpriced lot. She's stressed about a meeting happening later on today. I strike the lighter, holding the flame to the sticky tip. I'm taking a slow observational and philosophical trip. The 8 a.m. rush is a beautiful, chaotic show. I'm sitting in the parking spot, taking it incredibly slow, watching the rat race spinning right outside my tinted glass. I'm letting the stressful hours of the morning quietly pass. Yeah, the crossing guard blowing a whistle, stopping the angry cars. I'm smoking the top shelf, treating my invisible scars. The bus pulls up, packed like a can of silver sardines. 100 different people trapped in their daily routine. I crack the window open, let in the thick gray cloud escape. I'm filming this metro touching the time gravity on a mental tape. I ain't judging they hustle, we all gotta pay the rent, but I'm wondering where all the natural human energy went. The 8 a.m. rush is a beautiful, chaotic show. I'm sitting in the parking spot, taking it incredibly slow, watching the rat race spinning and right outside my tinted glass. I'm letting the stressful hours of the morning quietly pass. We all make choices, I chose this. The traffic clears up a little, the sidewalk starting to thin. I'm wiping away a tiny, satisfied and quiet grin. I ash out the window, watching it hit the dirty curb. I'm in a peaceful state that nobody can interrupt or disturb. The sun breaks through the tall skyscrapers, hitting my face. I'm totally disconnected from the competitive human race. I finish the joint, roll up the window, turn the key. Just a quiet observer, sipping on my herbal tea.